kinds of atrocities from outside and distortions beneath, that divine had to appear to correct it. So I urge the students to study. I like more research. I am not aware, at least I have not found, in any of our universities there is a Swami Balalar chair. I am not aware. Correct me if any one of you know. We have too many chairs in our universities for doing research on political leaders. So many political leaders there are chairs in name of XYZ. But there is no study, there is no research, there is no chair on Swami Balalar. At the time when he appeared, we can understand that he was in a very tough situation because the entire British administration was against him. They didn't like him because he was telling something, he was uniting the society. He was spreading the message of brotherhood. The society which was divided, and some of our brothers and sisters were treated as untouchables, he was bridging the gap, bringing them together. It was not a good thing for the British. They wanted the society to remain divided. We can understand it's so long. Bharat was enslaved. Bharat was a colony. Okay. We couldn't do much. But even during those times, Swami Balalar established to spread the message. He established schools. In the schools there was no discrimination. Everyone from every community, caste, creed, whatever it is, they all sat together and studied. And you know what he focused on? Because British had again started destroying our identity, our culture, our heritage. They had begun practically closing our schools, Tamil schools, and encouraging English. Swami Balalar set up a number of schools for teaching Tamil and Sanskrit both. Swami was the greatest scholar of Sanskrit as well. So that our ancient wisdom, our ancient values are preserved. But after independence, unfortunately, we seem to have forgotten it. And I thank those committed people. Though he lives in our heart, yet in public space, we don't have much to celebrate Swami Balalar. So I thank this Balalar mission and all these people associated with Suddha Sanmarg to carry on his teaching, carry on his mission in his own limited manner, with limited resources. But what is needed is much higher, much escalated, much more. Unfortunately, in our state, this movement, which was what Swami Balalar had started, was a socio-spiritual movement. A socio-spiritual movement to reform the society, to restore the balance, and create harmony. After independence, it was hijacked by politics. And politics, it never unites. Politics by nature is centered around power. Every politics is a nature. It has unfortunate politics, but the fact is that politics is about power. And when it is about power, what is called a zero-sum game. That if I have it, if I have it, he will not have it. If you have it, I will not have it. That is zero-sum game. What Swami wanted is win-win game, everyone. But that cannot be achieved by politics. Unfortunately, our politics here, in our state, it hijacked the social movement which was started, social and spiritual movement which was started by Swami Vivekananda. Because Swami Vivekananda taught that every being is divine. Even that blade of grass is divine. But in politics there is very little room for divine. And in fact, here we have politics which doesn't accept divine at all. It calls it irrational, unscientific. So, Vivekananda went into background. Look at our neighboring state. I am telling because you are young students. I am trying to provoke you to think and do a study, research. In our neighboring state, Kerala, things were not better. Kerala was almost equal in discrimination, all kinds of problems that we faced. But Kerala, much later than Swami Vivekananda's appearance, a social movement began. When Narayan Guru, Sri Narayan Guru started the movement of socialism. Politics did not hijack it. It remained a socio-spiritual movement. Today, in Kerala, we don't hear any incident of social discrimination or any untouchability incident. Here in our state, we read newspaper every day. Atrocities being committed. Because that socio-spiritual movement was hijacked by politics. And politics, for their own reason, will ensure that what feeds politics, what gets vote, it must continue. They are not sincerely interested in removing social discrimination. They may talk any amount of it, but they will not, because their interest lies in remaining this divide. Now, what is needed today is we need a socio-spiritual movement here. Movement to carry the message of Swami. We need, for that movement, intellectual energy and spiritual energy. We need more number of students doing research, PhDs. I do not know how many PhDs we have on Swami Vivekananda. We have hundreds of PhDs, thousands of PhDs.